Hari Om.
Hari Om, Guruji.
We are starting the second chapter. Try to understand the meaning of all shlokas one by one. But to start with, I want to remind something about the first chapter, which we already listened previously. You know the situation, it's a war field at Kurukshetra. And the war has to start between Kauravas and Pandavas. And of course, they're collected other kings. In the beginning, it was explained who are the warriors from the both sides. And this explanation is given by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. Actually, the war was in the field of Kurukshetra, and that is presently it is in Haryana. And the capital was Hastinapur. Presently it is Delhi. So Sanjay and Dhritarashtra was the king of Hastinapur. So he was sitting in palace because he was totally blind. He could not go to the war field of Kurukshetra. So Sanjay, he was observing what is going on war field. With a specific Divya Drushti was given to him. While sitting in Delhi, he was observing what is going on in Haryana, Kurukshetra, and explaining the thing to Dhritarashtra. So in the first chapter, he has explained about the warriors and all that. And the war has to start. But during that, Arjuna has requested Lord Sri Krishna, because Lord Sri Krishna was his driver of the chariot. So he was standing in front of both these militaries, because they were in front of each other. So Arjuna has observed to whom we are to fight. Of course, they were all their relatives. The opposite side, in the side of Kauravas, particularly the Bhishmacharya, he was the grandfather of Arjuna. Then the Dronacharya, he was the teacher or the master of Arjuna. And so were the Kauravas, they were brothers only all. So all relatives were there in front of Pandavas. And Arjuna has to start the war. When the war is started, he has to kill the others. Because war in those times was just killing the opponents. And whoever is alive, he is the winner. That was the situation. So Arjuna has observed that he has to kill all his relatives, his grandfather, his teacher, his relatives, and so on. So he got depressed. And that explanation is given in the first chapter about his depression. Seriously depressed, and he has decided not to war, not to fight. And he has explained to Lord Krishna, let's see how I can fight with my relatives, how I can kill them, and all that. That explanation was there in the first chapter. I'm not going to repeat all that. But so he decided and declared that I am not going to fight. And he just sat in a chariot on the backside. There the first chapter ends. And now the second chapter starts. You see, this chapter-wise explanation was made by Rishi Vyasa after the conversation. The conversation was continued. The conversation between Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna was a continuous process for mostly about 2.5 hours. The latter one, it was divided in chapters. So when we say we are starting with second chapter, actually the discussion was continued. That means Arjuna has declared that I am not going to fight. he stopped, he sat in the chariot. That was the end of first chapter. It is continued. And now there is a speciality of Bhagavad Gita that actually the discussion was between Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna. But Sanjay is not mentioning name of Sri Krishna as Sri Krishna Vach. Vach means spoken. He's using the Bhagwan. Actually, Lord Sri Krishna and Bhagwan, they are same. But Bhagwan has got some elevated meaning. It is representing the ultimate reality, or the God, we can say. So the Sri Krishna in position of God, or that is what it is called as a Bhagwan. So in the form of Bhagwan, he is explaining everything. That is why it is said Sri Bhagwan Vacha, not Sri Krishna Vacha. So the difference of level was there. So in the first chapter, Bhagwan has not said anything to Arjuna. He just listened. Arjuna was talking. And Bhagwan was just listening. So Arjuna also got somewhat confused. I'm talking so many things and he's not giving any reply. So this confusion again increases depression. And he decided not to war. And now in second chapter, that means now Bhagavan is answering to Arjuna. So this is the first sloka. So Sri Sanjay is telling in the second chapter, the first sloka is for Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra that now Bhagavan has started answering Arjuna's all this kind. This is the first sloka. Tantata kripaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishidantam idam vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. Madhusudan is the name of Krishna only. Madhu was the demon in those period, and Krishna has killed him. That is why his name is Madhusudan, killer of the demon Madhu. And Sanjay is reminding that he is using this name of Krishna. That Madhusudan has started giving the explanation to Arjuna. That means that Sanjay is reminding Dhritarashtra also that, see, Krishna, that Madhusudan is Krishna. So he has killed Madhu, demon. And now here, you are all children, Kauravas, they are behaving like that. It is quite possible that they will be killed in the war. So Sanjay has to indicate Dhritarashtra by using the word Madhusudan like this. Actually, all sutras we are going to study, but I am not going to explain each word of sutra. All slokas, I mean. It will take a long time. And time being, to start with, it is not useful for you. So I'll give general meaning of this sloka, not by word. So we can go a little bit fast. So first sloka, Sanjay is explaining to Dhritarashtra that you listen, that Arjuna has decided not to fight, and he sat down in his chariot. And then Madhusudan, Bhagavan, is explaining to him, because at that time, what is the condition of Arjuna? That is explained in this sloka. He was totally depressed. He lost his total energy. That was seen in the first chapter. His eyes were filled with the tears because he don't want to kill his relatives, and war has to start. Means we have to kill those relatives. So he doesn't want to fight in that. So in his depressed condition, Bhagavan is reminding him, "Oh Arjuna, how you came to this situation? You are a warrior. You came here to fight. You are the greatest warrior. But you immediately change your mentality, change your status of mind, and decided not to fight. But your decision of not to fight is not good." That is his opinion. Because it will not give you anything. See, that was the concept in those periods, that when particularly warfield on the Kurukshetra, if the warrior has to fight, And there are two options. Whether he has to kill the other or otherwise he will be killed. So if the warrior is killed on this war field, it was assumption that he may reach the heaven after death and enjoy the facilities, amenities in the heaven. If he is not killed, he will kill the enemy. So he will win. And when he will win, he will be a king. He will be enjoy the facilities of the king on the earth. That was the concept there. So there are two alternatives for the result in the war. If you won, then if you kill the enemy, you will be king. If you are killed by enemy, you will attain heaven. Both things are good. So Arjuna also has to fight. And there was no decision was there. This was the starting of the war. We know the decision of war, that Pandavas have won. They have taken the king. They are enjoying the facilities of the kingdom and all. But that time nobody was knowing the decision. So Bhagavan saying that you have to fight, then if you fight, and you may get heaven if you are killed, but if you kill the enemies, you will enjoy the kingdom. So these two things are there. And Arjuna has decided not to fight. That means Bhagavan is saying, you are missing both the things. By your decision of not to fight, you are missing both the things. You are missing the heaven or you are missing the kingdom. So this is not good. The perfect logic is explained by Bhagavan to Arjuna. So you have to fight. If you win, you will enjoy the kingdom. If you are killed, you will enjoy the heaven. So why you are losing any one of that two? That is the meaning of the first sloka. So I explained some of the meaning of the second sloka also. First sloka is just Sanjay is explaining to Dhritarashtra that Lord Bhagavan is answering to Arjuna. And I explained the meaning of the second also. Second sloka is Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishamaya Samupastitam Anarya Jushtama Swargam Akirtikaram Arjuna. That this war is giving you both the options, heaven or kingdom. And if you don't fight at all, you will miss both the options. That is the meaning of the second slok also. Then next is convincing more, because Bhagavan has to convince Arjuna and to prepare him to fight. That is the aim of Bhagvadgeeta, explaining to Arjuna. So Bhagavan is convincing step by step, step by step. In second slok, he has given two options and he told that you are missing both the options by taking the decision of not to fight. Next he is saying, third, Klebyam asmagam partha naita tvayu papaddate shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktotishta parantapa. Here Bhagavan is saying that now why you have decided not to fight? Shudram hridaya daurbalyam. Hridaya means heart. Actually, we do many things by heart. We say, your congratulations by heart. Like that. So many emotions we are creating and connecting with our heart. The same thing is connected here. That your heart has become so weak. And that is why you have decided not to fight. And why the heart has become big? Because of this attachment to the Kauravas. Because they were relatives and all that. That explanation was given by Arjuna. So that thinking of Arjuna has made his heart weak. So Bhagavan is saying that you strengthen your heart. Hridaya daurbalyam, tyaktva hridaya daurbalyam. Leave aside all this weakness of your heart and strengthen your heart. That means your mind and emotions. So you strengthen your emotions and be ready to fight. This is the meaning of third sutra. Then Arjuna is replying again. Because Bhagavan has told him that these are two options, you have to select one of that. But you are running away from both. Then he is saying you have to leave your weakness of the heart, the weakness of the emotions unnecessarily. and be ready to fight. Then Arjuna is replying again, because he has already decided not to fight. So he is expecting that Bhagavan is supporting him. Bhagavan will support him. Oh yes, these are the great people are there. Your grandfather is there. Your teacher is there. Bhishma and Drona. And your relatives are there. Your cousin brothers are there. So don't kill them. That is what the Arjuna was expecting from Krishna. But Krishna is not telling that. Krishna is saying, no, no, you have to fight. You have to kill the enemies. If possible, otherwise you will be killed. But anyway, even if you are killed, you are going to get the heaven, facilities of heaven after death. So Bhagavan is firm to convince him to fight, and Arjuna is not ready to fight. Then Arjuna is explaining in this fourth shloka, Katham Bhishmamam Sankhe Dronam cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyachami Pujaravare Gurusudana. Again, Madhusudan, this word is used. So Arjuna is telling Lord Krishna, see, you have also killed all these demons in your time previously. But these are not the demons. The warriors in front of me, they are my all relatives. He's saying, they are my grandfather. How I can kill my grandfather? He has supported me till today. Because all of them were staying in the palace together from the childhood. And Bhishma has supported them from the childhood. So Arjuna is saying, Bhishma is my grandfather and how I can kill my grandfather. It's not good. Then he's saying about Drona also, Dronacharya. Dronacharya was the teacher. Actually, Dronacharya has taught Arjuna everything, even the war, how to fight, how to use the weapons and how to fight and how to kill. Everything was taught by Dronacharya. And the same knowledge is to be utilized to kill him. That is very bad. That is what Arjuna wants to say. So I don't want to kill my grandfather and my guru and all that, because they are noble people. Bhishmacharya has developed totally myself up to this level. Dronacharya has taught me all everything, knowledge and everything else. So how I can kill them? That is a question of Arjuna. The question was very perfect, because they were the noble people and the relatives. So how to kill the relatives? We also can understand the meaning. How we can kill the relatives? There is a close relation between all of them. So that is what he's mentioning. He's saying that these people, noble people, they are actually, we should pray them, we should worship them. Puja rahe bolte. Puja means worship. So they are at a level so that we can worship them with so much respect. And such people, how to kill? So direct question of Arjuna to Sri Krishna, that yes, and he's expecting that now Krishna will say, oh, correct, you are correct, we cannot kill them, so don't fight. Always that is the expectation of Arjuna, but Bhagavan is not supporting him for his decision of not fighting. The next shloka will go. I'm going fast. I'm not going word by word because it will take very, very long time. Next, fifth shloka is Guru Natva hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktum Bhaikshama Piha Loke Hatvartha Kamastu Guru Nihaiva Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudhira Pratigdan. Because because Bhagavan is telling Arjuna to fight. So Arjuna is again convincing. Fighting means what? Fighting means killing the others. So what is the result? That killing all these relatives, grandfather, all the teacher, all the relatives, then I will get the kingdom of Hastinapur. I can become a king. That is correct. But you see, that kingdom is blood stain of all relatives. So I will not be able to enjoy. Arjuna said, even if I kill all them, as per your suggestion, then I am going to win, but I am going to I have to experience the blood-stained facilities of this kingdom. That will not be good, no? Every now and then, when I'm enjoying my kingdom, every time I will remember that, oh, I have killed my relatives, I have killed my gurus, I have killed my grandfather, and then this enjoyment also will not be sufficient, will not be suitable for me. This will be painful. Enjoying the kingdom also is painful. So why to kill them? Logic is continued. Why to kill them? So I don't want to kill. Ultimately, Arjuna was convincing his point, and Bhagavan was convincing opposite to that. And that conversation is continually going on. And this continued throughout Bhagavad Gita. At the end of Bhagavad Gita only, in the last chapter, Arjuna is saying, okay, now I am ready to fight. And there is the end of Bhagavad Gita. Then Arjuna has already fight the war and he won also, of course. That is after consideration. Then in the next 6 numbers, the Chaitat Vidmaha Kataranno Gariyo Yadva Jamevo Yadivano Jayeyu Yanevo Hatvana Jiji Vishama Steva Sthita Pramukhe Dhartarashtra. Arjuna is continuing his thought only that how he wants not to fight. His decision, how the decision is good for both. Because if Arjuna doesn't fight, there may not be the war. And in this war, thousands of warriors and many of the kings, they were killed. Actually, it was happened like that. And that was expected also in that. So Arjuna was refusing all that. So he says fighting is not preferable at all. Same thing he's convincing again and again and again. That Dhartarashtra means all Kauravas. There are 100 sons of Kaurava, Dhritarashtra, and they are called Dhartarashtras. So he says all these Dhartarashtras, they are my relatives. We have stayed with them. And the age was more or less similar. Pandavas and Kauravas, all age was similar. So they were staying together during that period. And now he's saying that we don't know the decision of the war. In this sloka, Arjuna is convincing that we don't know the decision of the war. And if you consider independent third party, actually Kaurava's position was very strong. Because Kauravas has got large military, maybe 1.5 times more than Pandavas. And the warriors on the side of Kauravas, they are very great. So actually, it is very difficult to defeat Kauravas. Pandavas have won because of Lord Krishna's suggestions. That is a different story that we have to see afterwards. But it was difficult to defeat Kauravas. And that is why Arjuna is saying, and we don't know whether we can win or whether the Kauravas can win. And when the Kauravas win, they will kill all Pandavas. Then only they will win. If Pandavas win, they have to kill all Kauravas and all noble people. So he said, I don't know what is going to happen. So why to give rise to all this death of thousands of warriors and their relatives? Killing so many relatives is again bad. So he's again saying same thing. That I don't want to kill these enemies. And actually, if there is no war, everything will be safe. Nobody will be killed. So fighting the war is giving rise to the death of so many people. There were thousands and thousands of people were there. There were 40 lakh people were there on the war field. So why to give rise for killing of all of them? It's very bad. So again he's saying, that is why I don't want to kill them. And I don't want myself to be killed by them. That is also there. So both the things he's explaining. And now Bhagwan is not still answering something. So Arjuna is a little bit more depressed again. That I am telling so many things to Bhagwan Sri Krishna and he is not answering, he is not accepting my decision. That is the main thing. In the previous sutras, Bhagwan has not accepted decision. He says, no, this decision is not correct. You have to fight. But why is stimulating me to fight? That was his question. And so he is saying that I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight, I don't want to fight till these slokas. But from the next sloka, he has changed his mood. Arjuna's mood was changed. Because Bhagwan is not accepting his decision. And accepting decision by Bhagwan is more important for Arjuna. Actually, Arjuna and Sri Krishna, they were behaving like friends. But Sri Krishna was the incarnation of Lord. And so Arjuna was mostly depending on Sri Krishna's decision. He has decided not to fight. But he says that Bhagwan should support my decision. And for that, he is arguing in many ways to Bhagwan. Oh, this is like this, is like this, this is like this, this is like this. So all these slokas he is arguing. And he says, that is why I had taken a decision not to fight. So you should support me. Again. But still, Bhagwan is not supporting. So let us see the next slok. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavah pruchhami tvam dharma sammudha chetah yat shreya syan nishitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So up till now, the Arjuna's mood was that he has decided not to fight. But now he has changed his mood. Because he could not get answer from Bhagwan. Bhagwan is insisting him to fight. Bhagwan is not accepting his decision. Rather, he is arguing in the opposite way. So Arjuna is again more deep. He says, oh, then I am confused. Now he says, I am confused whether to fight or not to fight. That is up to this shloka, Arjuna was firm on his decision not to fight. But now he is not firm on the decision. He says, I am confused whether to fight or not. See the difference. Taking the decision for not to fight, that is different thing. And now he says, I am confused. Whether I should kill others by fighting or whether I should stop to fight. I am confused. So you guide me. That is what is asking Arjuna in this shloka. That dharma sammudha cheta, I don't know what is good and bad. Whether to fight is good or whether to not to fight is good. So he is on back foot little bit. So he is not confirm on his decision now. He is asking Bhagwan to give the decision. This is a back foot explanation of Arjuna. Yes, now I don't know whether what is good or what is bad. Up till now he is saying not to fight is good. And he is convincing all that things. But now he says, no, whether to fight, whether not to fight. I am confused. So you guide me. You become my teacher. I will become your disciple. So decision of not to fight was different now. Now he's become a disciple of Krishna. He's saying, Shishyasteham. That means I am your disciple. And you are a great guru for me. So you guide me. So this change of mood is there. His confirmed decision was diluted now. Now he's saying he's not giving any decision. He says, I'm not going to give any decision. You give the decision. Because Lord Sri Krishna was a great person. And Arjuna was knowing all that. So he says, you take the decision. So you will be responsible for the decision. Because before that, Arjuna said, I am not going to fight. So he has taken the decision already. And so he is responsible for the decision. And that is not good. That is what is explained by Bhagwan in the previous slokas, that for your decision is not good. So now he says, now I am your disciple now. So you guide me what to do. So likewise, in the seventh shlok, he's saying, what is good for me, that you should explain and you should take the decision, and then I will follow your decision. Shishya means disciple. Disciple has to follow the guidelines of the Guru. So he came to that level that, yes, I am agreeing. You give the decision and I will follow your decision. So this is mentality has been totally changed of Arjuna for these shlokas. Of course, now our time is very up, so we'll stop for this sixth shloka. Next time we'll continue after that. Hari Om.